So just if I wanted to fix the, when I bent my arm down there, see the way the top, so it's not too bad a distortion. Now it could be worse on other people's, so I'm just going to do a bit of a test on it. Um, these are keyable objects now, so if I select this at frame one, type S to set a key and just drag it over here. So this is just a test piece of animation, so I'm going to scroll down or rotate it down. So how far would it go down? Maybe about there. So I can see the movement that's happening there. So to adjust this, I'm going to select my mesh. I'm going to go up to skin. I'm going to go down to paint skin weights. I'm going to go into the settings and this appears. So I don't really need this one anymore. I'm going to move that. So this is kind of a list of all the different joints and how when I click on them, what when the faces or when the vertices turn white, that means they've been most affected by that particular joint. So the head joint is pulling all the vertices on the head. Um, I now have to, they are all named, so there it is there. So my left arm, um, so this, because I know from here, see the way that's pulling all of those vertices. So if I wanted to change that, I'm coming up here. I have, all of this should be the same actually. And I'm just going to switch it from, actually I'm going to, oops, my brush, if I hold down B and left mouse drag, it reduces my brush size there. When I say reduce my brush, so I'm actually painting weights on here. So right now the value is at 1. So 1 is full and 0 is none. So when I paint at 0, it turns black. So when it turns black, it's not having any effect on the vertices that are on under the area that I turn black there. So as I take off the influence, now if I move it, so see the way it's not pulling all of the above with it. I could do that underneath the arm there too. So, I decide how much, it's kind of like how much of the skin do I want to be pulled by that particular joint. So that's a bit better. So see the way it's pulling it now, but it's not pulling. And, maybe I do want it to pull a little bit because just the position. I might actually think about that when I'm positioning my arms. See the way it's, if I pull it down, the top of my shoulder is actually kind of out here. Otherwise, it's creasing. Anyway, that's kind of how it works. Um, I'd kind of, if I can come out of that, or I can kind of do a quick look through. I can do one side then and just mirror it over. So I'll just do a little bit of a, I think everything else worked. You do a bit of a test on it. So it's the left shoulder. I'm probably not really going to be using that much, but I could pull off a bit of the influence there. I don't really want the shoulder to be pulling vertices on the head. So I kind of paint away any influence. So I'm painting influences off the vertices. This is called painting weights. Now we are doing it, believe it or not, the quick way. So see the way that's pulling all vertices down there. So I got this to paint black by changing the value. So value 0 is no weight, and all the way up to 1 would be full, and anywhere in between is gray. So it's just, that's all I need to change here. Oops, is the value. Bring it down to 1, and I'm taking, when I'm painting here, I'm painting off the weight influences on the vertices that are under this particular part of the mesh. Okay, so I'm going to do a test there just to see how that's working, and that hasn't really changed because I wasn't really using the shoulder. Oops, to see some up on the horn area there, so I probably don't really want the shoulder to be pulling that. Anyway, so again, yeah, you can, this is another area that can, a lot of time could be spent on. It's called weight painting. Okay, so I can come out of here and go back to select my object. If I go up to skin, mirror skin weights. So I want to check I'm going on the positive to negative. Yes, so I should be, this should work. Close point on the surface and mirror. So now if I move this one, nope, that's not very good. This side. Okay, so I'm a little bit worried about that. So skin, mirror skin weights. Go back into the settings there. So I think I'm going across my XY. And I'm on, this is the positive to the negative mirror. And try that. Yeah, that's not very good either. Hold on a second. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. I may have to just reopen and start again, but it should just mirror over with the skin, mirror skin weights. It's going Y to Z, it's going positive to negative, and just, I could try one-on-one, try mirror that. No, that doesn't work. So for some reason, there's something gone wrong with this, so I'll try it again. But that's kind of how you paint your skin weights, to get it working, and then it's ready for animation. You know, I put that bit of test animation on there, so I can just get rid of that actually. So right click, delete, and right click, delete. To animate this, I'd probably put it everything on a layer, like as in the whole mesh on a layer. So I'm selecting my entire group that I had for my object, create a new layer so it disappears, the whole body and mesh disappears other than the skeleton, and make it reference. So now I'm not picking up the mesh to, you know, when I go like that to key everything. So if I select everything there, type set a key, you know, I could do a run cycle or walk cycle. You probably want to get the arms kind of out of that T pose first. Back a bit. To move these arms, it's more, you know, you select the wrist, so they're in IK mode. So you you select the wrist to actually move them, and there's a little swivel at the back there that'll kind of swivel your elbows in and out. So same on the other side. Oops, anyway, I didn't have auto key on. Okay, this is my messed up side anyway. Hopefully that won't happen for everyone. I'll try, I'm going to fix it. Not that. So something like that, and he's kind of getting ready. Oh, that side of the leg is collapsing too. Yeah, I don't know what. Anyway, you can see, so you know, he's ready to animate now, so you can bring him forward. Try out a bit of test animation, just make sure how the rigging is working.